very fondly to this particular affair because I am particularly concerned about the internet status that we have today. Where do I start? I guess this administration has not answered that question. Where do I start? Maybe they never ask themselves where they should start. Kasi po, kung talaga titignan nyo, lahat po ng bagay has been at a standstill. If not moving backwards, not moving at all. It has been a story of kapabayaan and uncaring. Na sa tingin ko po, siguro ayaw din kayo sa akin, na para po bang walang pakialam ang gobyerno sa mga tao. At nagagalit po sila kung pinapakialaman naman sila ng tao. Sila po niya, nandiyan yung traffic. So nobody from government has proposed a solution to the traffic. It is as if it's unsolvable. MRT, LRT, which is part of the solution to traffic. Kalawangin, delikado, sira, bulok, peligroso, accident prone. Ang huling sitwasyon ngayon ay yung signal system ang bumagsak. So, that makes it extremely dangerous to take the MRT, LRT without the signal system. Ano po, lalagyan natin busina? Hindi naman madidinig yung busina nung dumarating lang isang train. It is an accident waiting to happen. The traffic is horrendous. The economic losses, they cannot even start to quantify the economic losses of people being stuck in traffic for 3 hours going, 3 hours coming back. I cannot even start to count the economic losses and the human hours lost for a family life of people who have to wake up when it's still dark, go to the main highways waiting for a ride, tambak-tambak po ang tao alas 4 ng umaga. Kundi walang sistema na kung halimbawa na kailangan mo sumakay ng taxi o ng jeep, wala naman yung pilahan. Swerte na lang, alas swerte. Kung yung taxi doon pumarada sa harapan mo, doon nagbaba ng pasahero, nakasakay ka. Sa gabi, ganun din. Pag dumating yung isang worker sa bahay, gabi. Pag umalis sa umaga, madilim pa rin. I cannot even start to count. I don't know how to quantify it. I can guess, and I guess I can give an estimate, but it will be a horrendous economic loss. Not to speak about the loss of quality of life. And then it brings us to our main concern tonight. And tonight I would like to discuss this with you, share with you some ideas on what we can do about it and what should be done about it. In this present administration, nobody cares about the solution. And yet, they are very concerned as to who will take over. Yung pong 6 na taon na pagdurusa na ibinigay sa bayan, ay gusto pa nila dagdagan pa ng 6 na taon na tuwid na daan ko. Anyway, meron po akong mga plataforma ng gobyerno. I have 15 of them. And I have numbered them 1 to 15. And the first one I call Day 1, because that's what we're going to launch on Day 1. Second one is called Day 2. That's what we will launch on Day 2. And actually, all of them I wish could be launched in one day. But I think the best I can do is promise to launch each one in the succeeding days. After all, that means that after 15 days, we basically launched the entirety of our program of government. Okay. Ito pong napiling araw is day 7. Sabi nila, day 7, God rested. But for us creatures of God, there is really no rest for day 7. Especially when we are looking after the faith of our people. So day 7 is entitled, babasahin ko po sa inyo, World. Titiyakin ko magkaroon ng fiber optic na magiging Internet Philippine backbone sa taong 2017. 1 year, what I asked. Para tayo na ang magkaroon ng pinakamabilis na internet speed sa mundo. Gagawin rin lang natin, sulitin na natin. Numero 1 tayo ng business process outsourcing internet services provider. We are number 1 in the world today. Despite this administration, we are number 1. And I remember all the little things, the many little things, and the many other major things that Gloria and I did together. Because I was a right hand even in this particular aspect. Lahat po ng bago nag-umpisa ng na pumasok po sa BPO. Sila po yung pinakamaliit na bagong BPO. Pinupuntahan po ni Gloria yan. Personal po pinupuntahan. Wala po ko nalalaman na opening ng internet na hindi po nagpunta si Gloria. At pag nagpupunta kadalasan po, tatawagan ako para samahan siya. Kaya kabisado ko po ito. At sa TESDA po, napakalaki po ng ginawa natin para sa training ng BPO personnel, BPO expertise. In fact, meron po akong binibigay na test, na aptitude test, which are of several parts. First of all, it will tell you kung may aptitude yung bata o walang aptitude. Hindi naman lahat ay may aptitude po para sa internet internet involvement. So, pinapakita po dyan kung may aptitude o wala. Kung wala, hinahanap natin ng ibang training. Halimbawa, mekaniko. Halimbawa, caregiving. And 150 other vocations that we taught this. Nag-upisa po tayo dyan on 6 courses only. Nung natapos po ako dyan, 150 courses po. Sobra ng 150 courses. Kasama po pati yung aircraft repair. Nagkaroon po ako ng malaking aeroplano dyan sa loob ng gym. Na yun po ina-assemble, disassemble ng mga technicians natin. Lahat po ay tinuro natin, pati po languages. We had a language institute. Because when you send people abroad, kawawa naman po sila at yung employers will not be getting full value if there is no communication. Alam naman po natin, considering our involvement in the internet, considering that you are bloggers, you know how important communication is. So yung po test na binibigay natin, bayad po ng test na yan, libre po yan, also identifies certain aspects that are needed. Kung ano po yung kaalaman ng tao at yung dapat pong courses na kunin nila para mabuo po yung pangangailangan ng training at background nila para sa maging BPO agent po sila. Okay. To be the numero 1 tayo na business processing outsourcing internet services provider in the world. Pero may mga kumpanyang dismayado po sa bagal ng internet natin. Hindi lang po tayo. Pati po on the commercial aspect, may mga bayan dismayado. Kaya po, ngayon po, sa atin po ngayon, we are losing 80% of the BPO business that we should have. We're only able to handle 20% Kasi po yung first 40% ay hindi na po tayo pinag-iisipan pa. Alam nila, mabagal talaga tayo. So yung pagkabagal also increases costs. Pagkatapos naman, yung iba na pumapasok pa sa atin, nagka-cancel out pagkatapos. So we're only handling 20% of the entire volume despite the fact that we are number one. So can you imagine po kung yung 80% na yan, na nandiyan na po, ay makukuha din natin at mapaglikuran at mabibigyan po ng servisyo natin. Ang value po nito, ang natatanggal po sa atin dito, is 45 billion a year dollars. That could be additional revenue for us. At bukod sa nasasayang nakitang ito, hindi na rin dapat masayang ang 1.3 billion employees. Kasi kung pumasok po itong 80% na ito, that will be an additional 1.3 billion employees na pwede pang idagdag sa BPO employees natin ngayon. Ang employees po natin ngayon is 1.04 billion. Madadagdagan po natin ito ng 1.3 billion employees. Basta bumilis lang yung internet natin. Kaya ang slowest broadband speed natin ngayon, we are among the world's slowest broadband speed, is 3.6 megabits per second. Ito po ay papabilisin natin na at least equal to or higit pa sa 69.69 megabits per second na kamukha po ng Singapore. I say baka mas mabilis pa kaysa sa Singapore because technology moves so fast. And Singapore established the 69.69 megabits years ago. So perhaps the fiber optics now, after 2-3 years, are even more advanced. Okay? But at least we must equal the fastest in the world. And we deserve to have the fastest in the world because the business is there waiting for us. We're number one. Natatandaan ko po, nung number 3 tayo, number 4, ang una po nung araw ay ang India, tapos nandun po yung China, tapos nandun po yung Canada, nauna po sa ating lahat yan. Ngayon po, nauna tayo sa kanilang lahat. Despite the fact na pilay po ang dalawang paa natin.